My video reflection on the differentiated instruction part of my video. My objective for this lesson was to have the students gather and retain and learn about vocabulary words. DI is a great way to understand how hard it is for them to read a word, understand it, read it again, and then visualize it. So what I tried to do in this lesson was I brought a lot of technology in. I wanted the visual learners, I wanted the hands-on learners, I wanted all learners to be able to understand the point I was trying to get across to them. We were learning about lakes, we were learning about skyscrapers. I was able to tie in the stuff we've been learning from social studies, which is urban communities, to this because Chicago is obviously a very urban community. I've had a lot of students lately ask to see pictures. I haven't even had to bring them up. They've just simply asked if I could pull a picture up for them to understand what I'm talking about, which is awesome. I love that the students take hold and are able to kind of teach me what I need to be teaching them. The vocab list, like I said, we talk about the word at the beginning. If it's a new word, then they say the word, and then they repeat the word again, and then if it's a very hard word and I can see puzzled looks on their faces, I'm able to go up and pull up a picture or use it in a sentence. The student-teacher game helped me a lot in this video. They receive points if they're all on task, and they do not receive points if they are not on task. I receive a point. The adjustments I would bring, what I would use, were to bring Google Earth into my video. After this lesson was performed and after the video was performed, I was wrestling around in my mind, what else could I have done? And I looked on Google Earth, and there was actually something I could type in to where we could zone in on the lakes in real life, and I think that would have been neat instead of them just having to see it on the map or on the globe or on a picture somebody else has taken. In my reading class, we're not necessarily able to bring in whole or small group people. It's normally whole group, but with the change in the testing after the first 9 weeks, I received 2 4th grade students and 1 1st grade student in my reading class. This kind of gave me a chance to work in a small group. For this lesson, I had one of the 4th graders pair up with one of the 2nd graders, and I had the 1st grader pair up with one of the 2nd graders, and then I had another 4th grader pair up with the 2nd grader. My reasoning for this was because they came in right in the middle of the unit, and I feel that it would be beneficial for them to understand and see how we do things in our classroom before I just threw them into it. Think, pair, share was another one I really would have liked to bring into that. When we were talking about the lakes or talking about the big cities, I should have had them think, pair, share with a partner and think about what maybe we could look at to help them understand it. I have a lot of talkers. During vocabulary lists, they are very engaged just because they know that with me walking up and down the aisles, I will be able to tell who's listening and who's not listening. And normally the goodbye list also helps us figure out who is not listening to the words as we say them. After the lesson happened, we went into reading the story, and I actually had to move a couple students. My reasoning for this was because they were getting other students off task. I moved them to the back of the room. If I were to perform this lesson in another school, I would, like I said, bring in Google Maps. I would bring in maybe lake water to let them show, or to let them see what lake water looks like. Like, it doesn't look like the water we drink. I would love to ask higher level questioning and kind of get their gears rolling on what they think rather than just what I'm telling them. Thank you.